everything. I gave you, took my everything. I sat back and did not complain. You took advantage of my pain. Now we are right here again, telling me she's just a friend. I can't even try to pretend that I don't even care again. Over and over you would lie, telling me it's just my eyes, telling me I don't know why. You complain and yell a lot. I don't even try to complain. Why you do this all again? I see right now this is the end. I'll never do this again. I was caught up on me, I was lost on me. It didn't turn out perfectly, but now I'm focused on me. I was caught up on me, I was lost on me. It didn't end perfectly, but now I'm focused on me. So right now I see that I love something that was disguised. It wasn't feeding up my soul, so I had to let it go. You won't get me caught or trapped. Fell in love that won't look back. This ain't a cycle or a trend. I'm on to new and better friends. You can't even think I'm tripping. This wasn't in a full description. Gave you all of my attention. Now you trip when I just mentioned it's about me from here on. My head is now lost in the clouds. It took too long to figure out, but I know right now. I was caught up on me, I was lost on me. It didn't turn out perfectly, but now I'm focused on me. I was caught up on me, I was lost on me. It didn't end perfectly, but now I'm focused on me. So right now I see that I love something that was disguised. It wasn't feeding up my soul, so I had to let it go.
How's everybody doing today? It's the Proof in the Pudding podcast show, and I go by the name of Sion 919, and I'm excited about today's show because we got a very talented woman in the building, singer, songwriter, massage therapist, and more. And we just seen the video right there for Caught Up. What inspired that record right there?
What inspired that, huh?
Right.
My last marriage.
The last marriage. Okay.
My marriage. Yes, my divorce. You know, I just went and reflected on what I went through with that.
Right. And the thing is, you touched a lot of emotions in that song right there that people can relate to. That's definitely like a smooth, mellow vibe. So what was that creative process like for you? Did you have the concept in mind first, or did you get the beat? How did that come about?
I'm always the type that has to have the beat first. I don't know what it is. I feel like a beat tells me what it wants me to say.
Okay.
So I was listening, and I got invited out by the producer who made the beat, and he invited like a few artists out to this big house he rented, and he wanted us to just come and write and make music the whole weekend on his dime, you know, but it was cool. So I was just up all night and I was writing, took advantage of the opportunity, and wrote that and recorded it in like a day.
Wow, so like in a day. So you did this on the weekend. It was almost like a music retreat, kind of like everybody get together, music camp where everybody's vibing and stuff like that. Okay. So when you first heard the beat, what did you think? Because there's other people there. You said there's a bunch of y'all. So
It
it's
was a
like, was
but we went through a few beats.
right,
And they got there before me, and I was like, oh, I'm not going to have nothing, you know.
right.
And but you know, we went through his list of music, and I was like, hold on, wait, I think this is it.
Wow.
Then I heard other people like, oh, that does sound good. It's mine. It's mine.
Okay. That's what I was trying to get to right there because it's like it's a certain vibe on there. It's like real mellow, neo soulish. There's a lot of soul in the beat already. And then you're telling the story and you're painting a picture. So it's like you're tapping into them emotions. So it's like it was the ultimate connection. When you first heard it, like I can hear myself on that. Okay,
Yeah.
so what was it like? All right, once you wrote the song, right? Now you're going through the recording process. Was it easy to with some songs are easy to record and some are more harder? So was it one of your easy or difficult songs?
Easy.
It was easy. Okay, so it just started flowing. So
Yeah.
when you heard the final playback, did you know that you had a solid single right there in the song?
I felt like I did. I feel like most of my music is good.
Right.
All the music that I'm putting out now is good.
Okay.
It's official. Um yeah.
Okay. So all right, and it definitely is. It's one of my favorites right there. I've been playing it on the story and stuff like that. It's one of those songs that you can relate to. Anybody that's been in a relationship, I think they can relate to the concept of the song. So okay, you put it out now. You hear it. You put it out. What was the response?
Really good response. I always kind of had this like nervousness with music, and I just told myself this time around, just put it out there. Who cares? You know,
Right.
we're just gonna try this out. You know, don't take it so seriously
Right.
all the way. But I was, you know, pretty surprised how many people liked it. So it really fueled the fire for me to keep going.
Yeah, and that's the thing right there.
Yeah.
It's a solid song right there. So what inspired the video? Because like you got a concept going on in the video as well. How did you come up with the treatment for the video?
Well, I shot it in my house. Um, I had to save some coin.
Right.
We gonna figure out what in this house, you know, how we can make this work and go outside, you know. But no, and I did it in my house, honest too, because you know, I can kind of mimic what really
Wow.
happened in real life. However, it didn't happen in this house. You know,
Right.
that last marriage made me leave. So, but I left, try to leave in the middle of the night
Wow.
if I could, and I bought me a whole nother house. Okay, so it
Wow.
didn't happen here. You know,
Right.
but yeah.
Wow. Okay. Okay.
I have
So
stories to tell. I swear.
we want to know. We want to know. Is that's the thing? It's like we want to know what triggers the mind, what inspires these records. Because you're dope. You're dope. Definitely dope artist. You're not just making songs. You have substance. And that's one thing that I like about your music. So for the people that may not be familiar, right? Let's let them know where you're from.
I'm from the DMV area, so if you know, I'm from like PG County. That's
From
you know,
PG County.
we call it that. But it's right outside of DC. Um, but right now I'm currently in Baltimore, so it's not
Wow.
necessarily the DMV.
Right. That's a
It's
shot right there.
it's it's Baltimore. It's a whole different, you know, vibe.
Right.
Um, but that's where I'm at now.
Okay.
But I
So
still go
what?
back. You know, I got family and friends back home. It's only like 45 minutes to an hour
Okay. So it's not that
away.
bad. All right. So let me ask, growing up in PG County, there's a lot of history there. When people think of PG County, a lot of culture there, right? Do you think that inspired your sound any? How did that play a part on your music career and how you
I would say like when I first came out, like
right,
with that old EP, like a decade ago. Um, and that's not on major platforms. It's not my sound anymore. But I think
right,
it inspired that though. I had like some go sounding tracks, you know, with the drums and congo, like the instrumentation,
right.
live instrumentation type of sound. Um, but this time around, not necessarily.
Okay. You're coming out the box a little bit on this one.
Hmm.
Okay. All right. So for the people that may not know, they may not be familiar, right? Fans of the music. They hear the music. Now we hear the story. How did you first fall in love with music? And when did you know this is something that I want to do for the rest of my life?
I first fell in love with music when I was hearing it from my parents. You know,
Okay.
uh, dang, I'm so bad with names. I
Right.
know I gotta do better. with this. I know songs. I know songs all day. I just don't know the artist names all the
Right.
time. I swear
Okay.
I don't.
No, that's fine. That's fine. Nice. So you're inspired by the music in the
But I
house.
was inspired by the music. Okay, and it
Right.
was R&B. My parents
R&B.
both listened to R&B.
Okay.
Uh my father might have had more of the masculine R&B songs, and my mother might have had more of the feminine R&B songs playing on the regular, but it was R&B for sure.
Okay.
Uh, and pop, Michael Jackson.
Yeah.
Dang, I feel like I'm.
You get right there. Michael Jackson, the legend, right there.
Yes.
Greatest of all times and stuff like that. So okay, all right. So you're hearing the music in the house, right?
Mm-hmm.
So when did you know you had a voice? Like, when did you realize like I can sing?
It's great. I realized it when I was very young.
Right.
I was just nervous. So, but then it was one time I went and I was like, I'm gonna face this nervousness. It was like middle school,
Right.
and they had a talent show, and it was me and two other girls. We got booed off the stage. I ain't never seen again.
You got no. They booed you
I
for
was
real?
nervous ever since then. I ain't never sing again.
Wait a minute. All right, we got to talk about it just a little bit, right? So what happened? Was it like, did y'all freeze up on stage? What happened? How did you get booed?
I feel like I made it through my part for the most part, but the other girls, once they came behind me, froze. We had a whole dance routine and everything. They didn't do it. I was the
Wow.
only one doing it. Then I just stopped. I was like, okay, It was
Right.
it was a mess. Oh
Wow,
goodness gracious!
that's the thing right there. Now I had experience like that as well.
Did
It's like
you?
when you do the routines and you got the choreograph, and if it's off or it messes up. Yeah, I was in Brooklyn. I was doing a talent show around the same age, probably junior high. Me
Mm-hmm.
and my guy, we were rapping though. So we had came up. This is back in the days. It's like the 80s, 90s when they had the dancers and the rappers. So we're gonna do both. We rapping and we was good with the raps. We went to do the dance routine. I never been a dancer. We
Mm-hmm.
tried to do jump over the shoulder. I don't know. That might be before your time, but they would jump over the shoulder, go down to the split. We tried to do it.
I know.
And I tried to go around and kicked him in the head. His mic fell, and it was get him out of here. It was
Oh
like
my!
that was one of the most traumatizing days of my life right
It was
there.
so traumatizing. I did not sing again in 3 years.
For years,
I did
wow,
my first time singing again after that was my aunt's wedding. I don't know how she knew I knew how to sing, but she's like, "You're gonna sing for my wedding." I was like, "Really?"
wow, and it brought it
Yeah.
out, brought it back out.
Yep.
Wow. So let me ask: over the years, how has your voice evolved? And let me ask: how have how have you grown? I'm pretty sure you can hear a difference from now to back then. So it's like, oh,
Yeah, I would say the difference is my confidence. So
confident,
now, before I would go into the studio and I didn't want anyone to hear me. I was just like, "Oh my God, I can't do this."
right?
And really background vocals, ad libs, you want me to do that too? I don't even know anything. I don't
Wow,
want y'all hearing me. But now have more of a confidence in knowing that I sound good, and I just, sometimes want to, you know, show
let
off,
it
but not
show,
all the way, not like that, but
right?
just a little bit, just to be like, just to surprise people. I think sometimes the sound that comes out of me doesn't necessarily match my stature.
Right.
I'm short in person. I'm like 5'1"
Oh wow.
and
Okay.
15 pounds. I'm not.
Wow. Yeah, you look so tall in the videos. I thought
I
you was
know, I'm
about
so
5'7",
petite.
5'8".
That's why I have to put that in my bio.
Wow. So I know you said it in the bio. You said shorty, but it was like I was thinking that's the up north in you. You really okay? Okay. Nothing
Yes.
wrong with that. But you have a big voice though. That's the thing. So it's like,
Hmm.
what's the misconception that people have about you? Like if you come in and you're about to perform, I know people wouldn't expect that soul and that neo soul. So
Yeah, they
what's
don't
the
expect
misconception?
that. I think
Right.
sometimes they expect the light voice because of me being so small.
Right.
So, if but not all of my music, because some of my music.
Right. You get.
Jesus. You can hear me.
Yeah, I
I'm
get. You
back.
get. Yeah, you get.
I don't know what is.
That's how it be. As soon as you're in
Am
the
I
middle of an
here?
interview, they call. Yeah, yeah, yes, you get.
You can see me.
Yes, you
I
get.
don't see myself.
Wow, you get. You get. We can hear you and see you.
I don't hear you now, though. That's the only thing.
You can't hear me?
I can't hear you.
Okay, so what we do is we're gonna go to a video and then just go out and come back in.
I'm reading your lips. We're gonna go to the video and come back. Cool.
All right.
Must not be listening, deaf, dumb, and ignorant. You must confuse me for a codependent. I cannot lead you to think that I need you. Can't trust these niggas, can't trust these bitches. I don't know why you think you're any different. I can't trust if what we got is love. You send mixed signals. Why you keep using these symbols with me? I feel so uninspired. Let's discuss this before I grow tired and leave. Keep it a stack, keep it real. I don't wanna play the guessing game. We just go back and forth, argue about everything. Don't you think I'm tired of fighting for your love? Baby, this is not a wrestling ring. Rejoice for what you have, cause if I leave, this gon' be the greatest glow up ever. Throw on the red bottoms and the freakum dress. I just want the sex, I don't want the stress. I just want the neck, I don't know what's next. I built walls of respect that you can't overstep. Now I overstand. Love like this, you gon' be lonely as an older man. You kept your feelings for me hidden like your poker hand. Then you threw dirt up on my name with the overhand. So now I'm on the road again. Tuck down the breeze, blows my interwoven strands. I wrote about all the shit that we would undergo firsthand. And now the way I feel for you is I don't know again. So now I'm on the road again. Tuck down the breeze, blows my interwoven strands. I wrote about all the shit that we would undergo firsthand. And now the way I feel for you is I don't know again. You send mixed signals. Why you keep using these symbols with me? I feel so uninspired. Let's discuss this.
We're gonna play that one again at tours later on. Are you back? Can you hear me now?
Yes.
Okay, right there. So that was the glow up right there, the greatest glow up. That's the single right there. I wanted to build it up before we actually play the video right there.
I know these technical difficulties. A call was trying to come in like 2 times straight. Wow. I put it on Do Not Disturb and it still came through. So I have to figure this out. I'm sorry about that.
It's all good. It's all good. It was getting juicy too. They didn't want us to hear what you was about to say right there. It was getting juicy right there. So that's the thing right there. So we was talking about the confidence and the misconception that people have about you and the big voice right there. So let me ask you, were you self-trained or did you get training?
Self-trained for the most part, but I did get training that one time. And I do give him a really good credit because he taught me how to breathe. Wow. And that was right before that, me singing for my aunt's wedding. I was a ball of nerves, but he was just like, breathe, just breathe in the diaphragm, just and he was teaching me those techniques. And then after that, I never went to training again. And that's not to say that I could benefit from it. I'm not ever against it, but I haven't done it
up to this point right here. Okay, so that's the thing. How would you describe your sound when it comes to the type of music you make? How would you describe your sound?
Right now, I'm like in this. I don't want to put it in like a box all the way because, like Caught Up sounds more neo soulish,
right?
And Greatest Glow Up, I did like a little rap in it. You know what I mean? Like that was a little different for me. Right. And what's about to come out, I have, it may have a little bit more of a rap or hip hop flavor. Not necessarily. It's the beat, but not necessarily me. I'm not rapping no more. The Greatest Glow Up. Wow. But it's just I feel like it just sounds R&B-ish.
R&B, and that's the thing.
Music now, when I type in R&B and I, search for R&B, like on my platforms, I feel like the sound, like, this isn't R&B all the way. Like, what is,
Right.
but maybe, that's the new, I don't know. I just feel like my stuff, I don't know.
All right, let's go there right quick, right? Because like they're trying to do away with R&B. You said
Mhm.
something, I was gonna leave it alone, but like you said, everything is turning pop, right? The
Mhm.
soul. I grew up in the 90s, 2000 era where they was reaching for the stars. They was, it was loving your people, honoring your woman, honoring your man.
Exactly.
They was promoting
There
love
was
and it,
groups, like girl groups and
wow,
guy groups. Like, I don't even see groups no more.
man,
Like, what is this?
man.
Uh, so yeah.
Wow. So let's talk about that right quick. Let's talk about how the game has changed, right? Do you think it changed for the better or for the worse?
I just think it changed for the times.
Changed for
You
the
know,
times. Wow. Right.
yeah.
Right. So
It's given what this generation wants. this
right. Now that's
this
true. That's
time.
very true. Now that's very true right there. So I see that you're bringing the soul back. It's like your music has a meaning. Is that by on purpose? Is like that's your lane, or is this just the way you write?
It's just the way I write.
Wow.
I feel like I'm like the new age Mary J. Blige. I'm
Right.
like, I feel like all the music I've been writing lately got like a lot of pain. Like, I
Wow.
gotta get all these painful songs out. Like, you did me wrong, play with me, whatever
right.
else. You know. Um,
Right. You look like you're happy now. So it's like, yo, it's getting better. You're coming around the corner. So it's
is
like, yo,
it?
you said so it's a
People don't
lot of
like
pain.
happy music though. They don't like stuff. I'll have a few love songs.
Right. Wow. Okay. So let me ask. Okay, what's your creative process when you go in? I know you say you like to hear the beat first.
Yeah, I gotta hear the
How do
beat
you get in
first.
your zone? How do you
I
get into your
still
zone
write
to
my
write?
music. Is correct. Like, I still write it on pen and pad. That's.
Wow.
I'm trying to learn to get into the phone thing and do the phone.
Right.
it's it's I normally transfer it to the phone afterwards, but I'm
Right.
I'm still like a pen and pad. Just gotta hear it and then write really fast, and then out, like, just hum the what I think. Once I get a like a cadence, a melody, I do all that in my voice recorder. So I'll
Okay.
listen to it on my laptop, have the beat playing on my laptop, and then have a voice recorder for my phone, and I'll just be
Okay. I
singing little
hear
stuff, and then it comes.
I hear a lot of people say that. I had a G LeBeau. He's actually one of the singers from the Rude Boys. It's written all over your face.
Oh,
He
okay.
said that. He said he listens to the beat, he hums it, and then he'll actually pen the words later. He'll get his melody and he'll hum it. So it's interesting that you say that. You say you hum it into the voice recorder, then you come
Yeah.
back and pen. Okay, so that's interesting right there. So what inspires you? Like, do you like to be around people when you're writing? Do you like the private settings or
Uh, Preferably private settings.
preferably the private?
Because I feel like I sound stupid at the beginning, doing my
Wow,
hums, and I don't like people to hear me sound crazy.
to the
So let
final
it
part.
come out first. Let me get a little something, and then bring it to let somebody hear it. But I don't
Well,
want them to like judge the process. So I like to do it alone, really.
and get it
But I
together.
have started to learn to, try to write around others.
Okay, and there's nothing wrong with that. So, what part of the process do you enjoy the most? Is it the writing, the recording, or the performance?
What's crazy? I would say the performance, however,
Right,
I'll say recording is it.
recording.
Performance, like, I just had a performance, not this weekend, but the last weekend, and uh I find myself in some performances where it's like I'm getting sound checked as I'm on stage. And
Wow.
so it's a lot of this, like, just bad sounds, and it really turns me off.
Right. No, I can
So
understand that.
um uh recording is typically,
Right.
perfect.
So let me ask you, okay, because I know for rappers it's a little different. With the singers, it's like the air matters, the temperature of the room and stuff like that. So when y'all doing shows, a lot of times, do they do a sound check, or is it normally like
No,
with
they
artists? Where,
don't, and that's what I don't like. Like and like you said, I feel like it's more so catered to how rappers are, because that rappers dominate the industry right now. So, then when they throw this one little singer in sometimes, me,
Right.
and then, it's different for me. I
Right.
need I don't need the music way too loud. You can't hear me because I can't scream sing. I can't
Right. To
sing.
mess your voice up.
Uh, um, or they didn't, that bad, like the last show I did, that bad sound was
Wow.
in
On
the
the mic.
mic because I had someone else doing that song with me, and they didn't.
Ah,
They had a different mic that was messing up mine when I got close to them. So
too much feedback.
yes,
Wow. Wow. Yeah,
horrible.
that's definitely right there. It can
Then
turn
it
you
just
up.
throws me off the rest of the time. It's like I don't know how to stay. I got to learn how to stay in the zone no matter what. But those types
Right.
of things sometimes can throw me off.
Right. Nah, I can definitely understand that right there. So the recording process, you like better is like you got the sound, everything is there, the engineer's
Yeah, I feel
there.
like I have more control over that, and I can really, really flex more with my vocals.
Okay, and there's nothing wrong with that. So let me ask, how important is creative control for you, and how much of the process of the mixing and stuff like that are you involved in?
Hmm, yeah. Um, I have to be hands on. I have to be.
After being hands on.
I tried giving the music to others.
Right.
Especially like friends. Like, you gonna mix this? Yeah, I can do this. Give it to them, and it sounds horrible. You know what I mean?
Right.
And business comes first, and I'm gonna let you know.
Right.
And I can't use this, and then I gotta go to somebody else. I'm gonna sit with that person. We going. I have an ear for it all. I have an ear. I know when it's supposed to sound right. I know when it's there. I really do feel like I have an ear for that.
Right.
So, I like to be a part of that
Right.
process.
I can understand that. So let me ask you. I know sometimes with me, sometimes with writing, I hear the sound. I hear like almost the final product first, and I'm trying to re duplicate what I'm hearing in my head. So when you give it to somebody else, like you said, it's like they don't see the vision or they don't know how you hear it sounding. So they're doing it their way. So it's like, is it the same for you? Like when you say I have an ear for it, it's like when you're recording it, you already know how it sounds when you're doing it before you start.
Yes, I feel like I do.
Okay.
However, I'll give you a secret though.
All right.
Nobody else knows this. But the greatest glow up, I did not write that. I had a ghostwriter. That was my
Wow.
first time having someone else write a song for me.
Right.
But that person didn't want me to give them writing credit. Like, I'm
Wow.
all about giving credit. I don't,
Right.
um, but they didn't want it. They told me to say I wrote it. I wrote it,
Wow.
whatever. But I
Right.
didn't. I had a ghostwriter, and so that was a little different
Right.
because I was trying to bring out what I felt like their words. I had to change the way I sang it, what they thought I should have sang it like a little bit,
Right.
But but it came out good.
Okay, so that's the thing. So did you have like a what do they call it? Like a reference CD or a reference mix of it to hear the words how they sang it, or did you just have the
No, we
lyrics
just
and the
went to
beat?
the studio that day, and then the person just started feeding it to me. All right,
Wow,
this line. All right, I'll do this line. This line. This. They were just feeding it to me as we went
wow,
along, and we got that done in a night as well.
and and the rest is history from there.
Yeah.
And
But
that's
I
the
did
thing,
the mixing though, because I feel like I know how it's just at the end of the day, this is still me on here and it
right?
has to represent me. So I could care less if you wrote it. If my voice is gonna in my,
Right,
likeness,
it
it
has
has
to
to be,
represent,
what
it
I
has to represent you, and
my
that's the
final approval.
and that's the thing you said earlier. You was like the sounds are you can tell like day and night, right? Not in the writing sense, but just the way the vibes of the beat.
Hmm.
Right. So, how versatile do you want to be throughout your career? Is it like different genres you want to tap into as
That's why
well?
I did the ghost writing thing on that because I was like, let me just try something new. Make sure I don't all everything doesn't always sound the same. But this new music that I'm coming out with, I did right, and
Okay.
it's gonna be good. Um, but did I answer the question? I'm so sorry.
No, it was just the different lanes, like the different sounds and genres. Like, what type of sounds do you want to experiment with as far as genres?
I do want to do like an Afrobeat type
Okay.
sound. A few of those songs because I love Afrobeat like music and uh Caribbean music. I would like to tap into that.
Wow. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. So what are some artists that inspire you? Like if you had to pick from any year, any genres, any time frame, what are some artists that you look up to?
Anybody who made good music, like it's a
Wow.
lot, you know what I mean?
Anybody.
But lately, well, okay, I like Tamar. I mean, yeah, Tamar Braxton. I love her voice.
Braxton.
Summer Walker. Now, but I don't know how this new album is going to sound. She doesn't have London on the track this time around, so
wow,
we have to see.
So no London.
It's no more London. You know, we'll see. I like Summer Walker's first, stuff. Janae Aiko.
Right.
Who else? Tiana Taylor, I like her stuff sometimes. Just anybody who's making good stuff. Yeah.
Right. Okay. And that's the thing right there, the creative process. And it's like you're naming heavy hitters and they all have a unique sound. How important is not sounding like somebody else to you?
Very important to me. I think that's where I stand out.
Right.
Is I feel like my voice is a little different. I'm not the type to sing all the, do all the runs and all that,
Right.
But I have a unique, a different sound, I guess. I mean, because I listen to I try to listen to see if I sound like, there's other artists that's out and there's other, girls I hear and
right.
And they'll sound beautiful. They have amazing voices, but they just might sound like another artist. Like you sound just like this other artist.
Right.
What difference are you bringing? But I just feel like I have like a different type of like soulful yet soft sound about me.
Right. And it definitely works for you. It definitely is working for you. So let's talk about branding, right? And stuff like that, your image, right? How important is that? Because we live in a sex sell world now. It's like you're more classy. You're more keeping it classy. So let's talk about that.
And I've been keeping it classy for years. It doesn't get us nowhere. I've been showing that I have to like sometimes literally like before I put out Greatest Glow Up, I had to make a post. In my cute little panty and bra set, but I had my man take the picture, so it was made sure it was him that took the picture. But but I had to post that so I could get back in the algorithms, so then I can post my music the next day. It's I still try to put class to it and be to the side. There's no ass crack. There's no, extra provocative positionings. But sex I have to give a little. I have to. I'm seeing that.
Wow, that's interesting right there that you say that right there. So it's like, so as a man, we watch it and stuff like that, look at it. But it's like, okay, boom. So for the promo, it's like, to get back in the algorithm. So it's like, is it true? When a woman is dressed, she's classy, she's going to work, she's not revealing herself. Is it no algorithms, no activity?
It's not, you get less. Like the more you show, the more attention you get. I mean,
right. We're being honest, yo. It ain't no right or wrong answer. You're just being honest.
So I mean, when you see my page, what do you think I am? What does it portray to you? Like the type of person?
I think you're classy. I think you're seasoned in a way like meaning respectful. You respect yourself. So even when you're doing the sexy stuff, is in a way that's classy. Mm-hmm. It's not like, twerking in the club or it's like you in a smoky strip club type of atmosphere. It's not that.
Exactly.
No, it's not that.
It's crazy. My man likes all that. And I'm not, it's,
right.
But, I do have fun though. Don't get me wrong. I do know how to, I do know how to have fun,
right.
But that's just not my image. I have children. So,
right.
But I do go with the lock community. You see, I have a lot of my hashtags are like lock lady, whatever else. I feel like that's a big part of my look nowadays. Right. And so I like to embrace that too.
And that's like even a movement in itself is like a
Mm-hmm.
culture thing. So
Mm-hmm.
it's like it's a big community. So it's like even with that, it's like so sometimes let me ask, right? A lot of people that may be interested in getting into the industry, right? They may be talented. So let me ask you, this is not a right or wrong, this opinion, right? Do you think the person that comes in with skill, but they may be more reserved, right? Where the other person may be more revealing, but may not have as much skill. Do you think the person that's more revealing would get a head start or get a little further than the person with the skill that has the talent but more concealed?
Yes. Think about
So
it. Like, look at it. I've been noticed. I just try to like look at things. Do you know like Chloe and Haley
right,
Bailey, the
uh,
other girls with the locks and stuff,
right,
and they're making. They've been out for years because I followed them when
yes,
they were young
yes,
on YouTube,
yes, right,
but now they're really making
right,
names for themselves, and they kind of split up.
right,
Now, it's the following of now they both have a good following, but
right,
Chloe just has that one little edge of like an extra 2 million followers over
right,
Haley, who's more of the you know
right.
cutesy, more reserved type, and her sister kind of like is busting it wide open,
Wow,
and she gets more followers because of that. She's getting more of the clout and you know,
wow,
the name from that. Even though they both are beautiful, they both have beautiful voices, they both are very talented, they both know how to play instruments, but I feel like it's because one
yeah,
showed a
it
little
gives
bit
you
more
the
and gave
edge.
more of the sex appeal edge. Why it's just it's the times.
It's the
I don't
time.
know how. I don't even know how we can even get it back. We've gone so far. What more can we do? You
Right.
know.
And that's the thing. It's like even with the a lot of people say with the gangster rap and trap stuff like that, but it's like for every one conscious rapper, there's a million people saying if it's gonna make me $1 million, I'll kill my people, I'll sell destruction and stuff like that. Is it the same with the sex sells? Because like again, you said I got children watching, we got the youth watching. It's like, do it at one point where it's like not for you. I'm just saying that from the outside looking at opinion for the people that's coming up, that's they're gonna have to make a choice where it comes to my creativity, my standard, my respect, my morality. Do you think some people go too far for the fame where it's like they may come in one way, like you said, I'm trying to do this way, the game wears you down now, where it's
Yeah,
like
because especially if they got a taste of the fame. Let's say they came in and they was a little bit more reserved and they got a taste of that high level fame, and
right,
then to know it could be pulled away if they don't just give a little skin. Yeah, they're gonna give a little skin. They've already been used to that lifestyle. They got used to,
right,
you know, got a taste of the fame and a taste of the life they've always wanted. What is it? I just got to show a little bit of clothes, shoot everybody else. Then once they feel like everyone else is doing it, it makes it easier. So to do
wow.
it,
Wow.
you
Yeah,
know.
and that's
But
that's the thing right there. That's the world we live in. And it's like I'm raising daughters and stuff like that. So this is things that I'm seeing. It's like where it's heavily promoted, but it's like a whole lot of things are heavily promoted. Violence, a whole lot of sexual stuff like that. Drugs, gangs, negativity in our community. Right? I believe it's systematically programmed that way. So it's like, the athletes and the people that they look up to you're a role model. And it's like, I think they benefit, like, yo, with our agenda if we have you push this. So, how important is it for you in your career, right? To stay true to you, where it's like, certain things you say, I may do that, but I'm not going to do that. How important is having a standard and your morals? Like, I'm not going to do this for artists coming into the game. It's like we all want to be famous, but it's like some people that don't have a line, it can become great if you,
I'm very steadfast in my morals.
right.
However, I don't mind being sexy every now and again.
Right,
I think maybe I think I'm more comfortable with it when I have a man because I'm not
right,
uh you know doing it for all the other attention to get. I'm really just doing it for business.
right,
Um but I still wouldn't go that far. I
right.
definitely have morals. Like
No, no,
um
right,
and I definitely have daughters too.
right,
So I don't know how far is too far though. Like I mean, as you
right,
can see, I took a picture with me in my panties. So what's
Right.
further, I guess maybe the positions or what I do in video, but I'm not even that's not even the artist brand that I'm building.
Right.
I'm not like a Cardi B or, Nicki or Megan Thee Stallion. That's not even my vibe. No,
Right.
love
Right.
their, because I like partying to their stuff too, but
Right.
that's just not, you know,
Right.
that's not my brand, you
Right.
know.
That's
Um,
it. That's the
I
thing
think
about
that's
that.
just their brand, and may not even be who they are all the way, but that's definitely their brand.
Right.
And I can't even keep up with that. I don't want to have to keep up with fake asses
Right.
and oh, am I supposed to?
You get now. You get to go. Yeah, it's all about you. Yeah, we spotlighting Starr B today. This is what's going down. We getting in your head. When we saying this, is how women think. You're representing the future of tomorrow. It's like you got substance. You're a woman of substance. You're respectable. So, like for the women that may be coming up, young artists, right? They may run across this video. What advice would you give them coming into the game? Like we know some of the dangers. We hear some of the horror stories. What advice would you give them about not losing themselves? It ain't even about sexual at this point, just the dangers of the game. What advice would you give them?
I don't even think I've seen the Tip Top Dangerous myself. I'm sure there's way more out there. But
Right.
only advice I would give is really just protect your music.
Protect your music.
Protect your craft. Just treat it like a business,
Right.
because essentially it really is. And we just hope that it turns out to be lucrative. But um, like I used to play around, and nowadays I'm so I go to the studio when I'm out and everything is done. Okay, give me all of my stuff, put it on my flash drive, give me my session, and I
Right.
want a performance track, a acapella track, I want whatever, everything, and if somebody else wrote, let's talk about split sheets, get all that split sheet stuff together. Just go ahead and get your ASCAP or BMI, whatever you're gonna do. It's so easy now.
Right.
Using it's everything is so easy. So just have
Right.
all your stuff together for that, and I copyright all of my stuff too. So
Okay.
um you know I mean, it's easy. All you gotta do is go on YouTube and look up everything. It's not hard to figure out how to copyright. Go on YouTube, somebody walks you through it. You don't have to mail anything in. You just
Right.
everything. It's just that's all I would say. It's just that,
Okay. That leads me into my next thing that I was going to say because they say it's 10% music, 90% business, the music business, right? So how you just tapped on how important it is to protect yourself like that.
mhm.
How did you learn the business side? Was like, did you have a tutor? YouTube, you said on something. How important for the
Yeah,
ones that don't
YouTube
know?
on some things and just having some mistakes on some other things. Thank
Right.
goodness I just never got, I never signed to no crazy stuff. I did have like some people try to sign me over the years, and now I read contracts now I'm an auditor really. So
Um,
I know how to like read contracts now, and
right.
there's no way I could get signed into something crazy. So I guess people who don't really know how to read contracts and know certain language, um, but YouTube is really, it really gives a lot of knowledge if you know how to, research for real.
Right.
Uh, and then so auditor, accountant, I know my finances too when it comes to the business. So I know how to put, have a budget, put things to the side,
Right.
to make sure my goal is met with creating this song and this visual to go with it. So I know how to budget and account and all that other stuff.
Yeah.
It just treat it like a business.
And that's the thing. It's like because people from the outside looking in, they see the videos, they see the songs and stuff like that, but they don't know the work that goes behind it. So I'm glad that you're breaking it down. It shows that you're really knowledgeable in the business side, and you're telling it as an artist and stuff like that. So let me ask you, how does it affect you being a woman in a male-dominant business?
Oh gosh, that was one of the reasons why I didn't even want to come back. But no, it's uh I feel like if I was, really, really big, I probably will pull a little bit more women around me. Like my videographer that I've used
Right.
for these two visuals is a woman,
Dope.
a white woman at that.
Wow.
um, and so I liked her energy. I didn't have to feel like, someone's coming on to me, or like guys get different angles. They see things differently than us women. And I feel
Right.
like she edited and captured the angles that I wanted, and I can feel comfortable. I can feel more comfortable
Wow.
with women. I had instances, where guys try to hold the music, if you don't sleep with them type of thing. And,
Right.
it's so sad. But, so again, now I know how to get my music while I'm, in and out. We ain't gonna do nothing.
Right. No fracking and all that type of stuff.
Yeah, never. I don't mix business and pleasure. Even,
Right.
massage therapist too, and I don't mix business and pleasure whatsoever. So
Yeah, that's the thing right there. And that's the thing when I was saying about the dangers earlier. That's what I meant. Sometimes like that, women go through horror stories and stuff like that. But you touched on it. We don't want to know your personal business as far as that, right? But the women, they should know. Like you said, don't intertwine or do
what works
favors,
is
fake
when I
favors.
go to the studio with my man, to keep that. You
Right.
got to kind of bring a man around you when it comes to these settings.
Right.
Even down to, these children that went to R. Kelly type stuff. Like, where are their parents? If you
Right.
have they can only do certain things sometimes when you're alone, and then the situation presents itself for them to challenge and try to see what they can do. Just
Right.
don't go alone if you
Don't
can
go
help it.
alone. Protect yourself. That's the thing right there. Bring
Mm-hmm.
somebody else. Don't do no favors. Like you said, no. It don't matter if they're saying free. If it's something attached to it, it ain't free. Get
Exactly.
your masters. Go in there, like you said, with your man. Bring security. If you don't have a man, bring a brother. Bring a
Mm-hmm.
family member. Get your music. Own your stuff. Copyright your masters and stuff like that. So that's dope right there. So let me ask you, how has the pandemic affected you?
The pandemic is what made me get back into music.
Wow.
uh,
So it was a blessing for you. It was
it
a
was
blessing.
very much a blessing. I had lost a good friend in during the pandemic, to gun violence.
Right.
And we was making music, and he always wanted me to keep going with that, and so it just really inspired me a few months later to just keep going. Let's do this.
Wow.
I'm
Okay.
not getting any younger.
Yeah, that's the thing. You're getting better though. You're getting better. So the pandemic inspired you. So it's like you felt like I'm gonna keep this legacy going on. So it's more like a purpose.
Hmm.
I can hear that in the music because the substance, most people that's creative, that has substance and stuff like that, is like for a reason or purpose, or there's a representation, a bigger picture than what the people see. So it's like that's a beautiful thing right there. So what has that experience been like for you this time around, this journey with the music? What's that been like?
It's been therapeutic.
Therapeutic.
Yes,
That's
just
good.
getting it all out, and just having fun with it. And I have the money now to
Right.
afford it.
Right. That's the thing.
Before when I was doing it, I didn't have that much money, so I couldn't do
Right.
much.
Right.
So I had to get a regular career going to fund the music career,
Wow.
and
That's
now.
a powerful thing again. To have the regular career, to fund people, put it all in the career, regular life. They're struggling because like the
Mhm.
music don't happen. Like you said, I got a career now. I'm in a better space now. I can fund it. Less pressure.
Exactly.
Okay. And you're doing your thing right there. So it's like now the pandemic comes, you jump back out there, you're funding it, you're doing it. What can people expect? We got caught up out there. We got the glam up. What can people expect going into 2022 and next year?
They can just keep expecting more real,
Right. And it's
real music.
right. And it's the perfect glow up. So the
Yeah.
glow up is out now, right? What was the reaction to that record?
Reaction was pretty good. Reaction was like, "Oh, you're rapping? Oh, you talk about overstand?" And I was, just some of
Right.
the words I did. Um, it was good. It was good. I was surprised on that too. People like the visual on that.
It's
On
different.
that,
It's
I
a
went a
different.
little. I did a little dancing. I
Right.
don't dance. I was
Right.
like, let me do a little dancing, and it was a little bit more risque in the outfits.
Right.
And that was my man in the video.
Dope.
Um, so yeah, yeah. Oh, so that's the new movement. He's my man is, but he's also a rapper. So the next song that's coming out is going to be with him and I. So we're kind of starting like a little movement. I kind of wanted to have some music where I get a guy's perspective in on my stuff
Right.
too, and wanted to bounce back and forth with that. So
Wow.
we're going to try something like that. But the move is going to be like Starr B and Ken. Starr B, his name is
Wow.
Ken. So Starr B and Ken, like Barbie and Ken.
Right. But
So we're
Starr
going to
B. So I get it now, Starr B.
that.
Right.
Yeah.
That's dope right there. So let me ask you, is it gonna be like a joint venture project, or is it gonna be like y'all gonna drop a couple singles, or you think y'all might lock in and do a project?
I'm still. It's hard working with a spouse. Okay, I ain't gonna lie.
Wow.
It might just be a few singles. We gonna see.
Wow.
But yeah, we'll
Okay.
see.
So
Because
let me
I
ask.
have my ways of things, and he has his ways.
Right.
And I'll be like, I don't agree. And if I
Wow.
don't agree, it won't come out. Okay.
Right.
So, but yeah,
Okay. And is he a singer or is he he a rapper?
he's a rapper. He's a rapper.
Okay. What's your favorite song from him?
My favorite song from him is probably Another Wave. I mean, he got
Another
some
way.
other stuff where he remixed other beats, but I give more credit to originals.
Wow.
So,
Another
um,
way.
yeah, that's one of his originals that he did with a friend, his friend that I, think is a good artist as well. So,
All
yeah.
right. He's probably going to see this interview, right?
Yes, his
Okay.
name
So
is.
let me ask you. All right. Do you know any of it?
Do I know any of the rap?
Right.
Why
Oh, the hook. If not the rap. I know you know the hook. I know
I
you got the
can't.
hook.
Let me see. I can't even do it. I can't even do it. Like I'm on a whole nother wave now.
Yeah, you know it though. You know it. Yeah, even though I'm not gonna put you on the spot. You're like that.
That is funny. Okay. Now I gotta be prepared for that. Like
Right, because
never
that's the
nobody
thing.
asked
It's
me to
like
hit that again.
you're both in the industry, so it's like at the same time you would think like each other's biggest fans and stuff like that. But
Right.
it's like that's still like in your car maybe like I'll sing it there, not on the
Right.
interview, right? Right. I had to get you right there. That's what we do at the proof right there. We keep it live, right?
Yes.
Okay. So what's your favorite song to perform? Like of your songs, what's your favorite one to perform?
I will say Love You, Hate You is my favorite. Now, I've been performing that for a while and it's been
Right.
recorded for a while, just haven't put it out yet, and I am gonna put it out.
Wow.
Um it either might be my next song or the song after the next song, but it's a song called Love You, Hate You, and it's more of a ballad.
Okay.
So it really, I can go full voice on that one.
Right.
And
You
then
can go full voice on that one.
huh?
You can go full voice on that one.
Yes.
I'm glad you said that.
No. I haven't even sang it in so long. I ain't practicing because I wasn't ready to put it out here. No, don't do it. Oh,
Yeah, I
is
believe it
it
alone.
bad when you forget the words to your own songs?
Nah, a lot of times if we don't do it, maybe when you're on stage or once the music drops, sometimes it'll come right back automatic. But it's like sometimes if you haven't done it in a while, it does. It's like it'll get away from you. So let me ask you, all right, because this is the proof, right? So if you could do just a hook of any song, then just let the people hear your voice because I know you have an amazing voice. Let's let the people hear something.
Oh, of one of my songs?
Yeah, you can pick any part. It don't have to be a whole song. It could be
Okay.
maybe a verse or a hook or whatever.
I guess I'll do the Love You, Hate You.
Oh, you're gonna do it? Oh wow.
Just to, I know, right? Oh Lord, and I haven't sang it. Like I don't. I wonder if
Right.
I'm setting myself up
We're
right
not
now.
gonna know. We won't know if you mess up. We're not gonna know.
We're not gonna know.
No, we won't
Yeah,
know.
my voice cracked. Dang. See, I knew I should. Something told me I should have practiced did a little vocal before. But okay, it's Love You, Hate You. It's like okay. I'm trying to get the hook. Okay. I need you, I love you, I hate you, can't stand you, just go away, but come back, 'cause we've been through hell and back. I need you, I love you, I hate you, can't stand you, just go away, but come back, 'cause we've been through hell and back. So it's like,
Yeah. And that's the thing. It's like when you do it, it just kicks right back in gear. So it's like it's natural, it's like riding a bike. It's like it sounded amazing. I don't know the song. It sounded amazing. The voice is dope. It's like they can at least hear the texture to know it's not auto tune.
mm-hmm.
So when we playing these videos, sometimes they think, oh, that's the studio did that. No, it's like, yo, you have a voice. You mastered your voice, created your sound and stuff like that. So it's like you hitting your notes. It's like I'm pretty sure, like you said, if I'm drinking my tea, I'm in my zone. You didn't know. I'm throwing you on the spot. You're coming out of laughing. I just, put you on the spot. So it's like now to jump in singing, that's tough.
Yeah.
So yeah, but it sounded great. It sounded good. You wasn't scared. You got it in there. And that's the thing. That's what it's about. Is the proof is in the pudding. So they hear like, yo, you really have a voice. It's really you singing the songs and stuff like that. So, okay, if you have any updates or any shout outs, anything like that for the people, anything that they should know, and then we'll jump into the massage therapist services and stuff like that real quick.
Just shout out my boo, Kinsito. We're going to come out with our stuff. Shout out my children. Shout out my mom. Shout out my friends. I love my friends. And shout out you. Shout out the show.
Oh, thank you.
The proof,
Wow.
So, yeah, and shout out to your audience.
Yeah, thank you. We definitely appreciate you up here. So for the people that want to find the music, right? Let's let them know where they can find the music. Do you have a website or anything, or what's the best place for them to follow you? Is it on social media?
Social media is the best.
Okay. And that's A Starr Forever, A_Starr_ Forever.
1R_Forever, even though my stage name is 2 R's. Starr.
Right.
Well, that's honestly my real name. That's my government name.
Your government name is Starr?
It's Starr Brown. Starr Brown. So that's where the Starr B comes from. Starr B.
Right.
It's just my government name.
Yeah, and that's dope right there. That's dope. That's wow. So it's like, yo, there's no gimmicks. This is who I am. So somebody knew when you were born. The Starr was born. Wow.
And you know what I found out after the fact? I don't know if you Outkast or Sleepy Brown.
Sleepy Brown.
I want him to know that one day. I got
Sleepy Brown is your cousin?
Yes.
Wow.
But yeah.
Yeah, that's a small world. You never know. And that's the thing. It's like you never know. So let me ask you, okay, how did you get into the massage therapy as well?
It was like 1 year I lost my job. And I was like, I gotta get into something else, something quick, but it wasn't, I went to nursing school, but then, and this was even before Corona, this was some years, like a decade ago.
Don't give them up. They don't need to know. It was just a few months ago. It wasn't 10 years ago.
And they wanted me to get like vaccinations, and I was against vaccinations even back then. So I got out of that industry because I just felt like that I would hit a whole bunch of roadblocks on that vaccination thing, and look where we are today. I would have lost my job. So I was like, I still like helping people, and I still like holistic type of, health and remedies and stuff like that. So I was like, okay, I started thinking, I'm like, one of my girlfriends thought about it, and I was like, that does kind of suit me. So I went to school for that, and I'm actually really, really good at it. Like, I feel like me massaging others is like therapeutic to me. So I have like really soft skin. And so like when I massage people, it just feels, so they always say how soft my skin is. And I have good pressure for me to be like small. I'm kind of strong. So I give good pressure. And I just like know, I know how to like read people's bodies and body language and stuff like that to know what feels good and what doesn't. So, yeah, I've been doing it for a while, but I ain't gonna lie. Like 95% of my clientele is men.
Wow. I mean, yeah, right.
Yeah. I do, I was working at an official shop, but now I brought it a little bit home, or when I travel to, or I'll travel to them if I'm not comfortable with them here. And it's really good,
Okay. And that's the thing. So let me ask you, right? You're dealing with different energies, different personalities, different spirits. How do you protect yourself? as a massage therapist? How do you
It's
protect yourself?
like right before I do it, when I place like my hand on their head at the beginning,
Right.
and I'm channeling like certain, I'm saying, and I'm chanting certain things that they don't even know I'm saying
Right.
before it starts. I feel like it's like a protective type of thing with me. And
Right.
then I always like sage at the end, so just like just cleansing the energy in the room. But I almost at the every time when the session is ended, they seem like a different person anyway. Like
Right.
I've gifted them some of my energy, so I just have to make sure I keep myself,
Filled up. Right.
feeling
For
good, and yeah.
Okay, and that's the thing right there, because it's almost like a transferring. So it's like you said, it's like they leave with some of your energy,
It's
like
very
yo,
powerful, and people really underestimate that. Um, um, Even when you think of like preemies,
right,
a lot of their survival rate is based on touch and just having um that closeness and that human like stimulation, keeping them alive, really.
right.
So,
Okay, so let me ask: is like you said, the touch and stuff like that is healing sometimes in the touch as well. Do you have spiritual gifts as well, or is this natural?
I think it's natural, and I'll say it's gifted because literally, I think I'm very good. I
Right,
hear it a lot, and even when I was at the, it's proof is in the pudding when you get good tips too.
right,
Um,
right,
and to good tips from women too. I
right,
pay attention to detail. Even I love glute massaging. I touch the elbows, the feet, the whatever else. So I'm all the hair, the head, all that, that
right.
some people might miss. And I keep it very balanced. What I do on one side, I do on the other. So it's, you don't have to worry about, oh, she gonna do that on the other side. I sure will, you know.
Wow.
And you know, it's good.
Okay, so that's dope right there, and that's needed as well because it's important, especially in our community, taking care of ourselves, being healthy, dealing with stress. Stress can
Mhm.
kill you.
Definitely,
Right.
definitely. I've been on this whole holistic life path for quite some time. I think that's why I even have been preserved pretty well
Right.
from my age.
Wow. You only
I was just
21, right? You're
because
21 this year?
yeah, yeah.
Yeah, that's a beautiful thing. But it's like you said, taking care of yourself, I've been preserved, and it's like eating healthy. It makes a big difference right there
hmm
and
hmm
stuff like that. So let me ask, okay, I don't want to hold you all night, right? I got maybe 2 more questions. I'm going to let you go. That's
Okay.
cool? These are going to be the real questions now.
All right.
All right, now I'm joking. All right, over your career musically, right? What's 4 of your best moments, your best memories?
Um, 4. Jeez, I don't.
Give me 3
One
then.
was
Give me
like I
3.
was a finalist for the National Cherry Blossom Festival. For the White House or
Right.
DC. So that was a good one.
Big one.
Um, um, One was fun. It was so different for me. I was invited to sing in was it South Carolina? No, I think it was South Carolina,
Wow.
and it was at like the first one was a big festival, but then the second part of that day I had to go to another. It was like an hour away,
Wow.
and it was like a bunch, Rastafarians type of. Seemed
Right.
like that type of vibe, but it was like out in the woods, like I mean, not with like the fields, like
Wow. Like
nowhere,
Woodstock kind of
But
type
they
of
had like
situation.
the barn, and they had like a stage, and they had the chairs. I was like, where the hell? This is how country people do this.
Right.
Okay.
Right.
So that was just a different experience for me, but I loved it,
Right.
um, and then I um sang at this church for my mom. I grew up religious, but I'm not necessarily into the same religion anymore. So,
Right.
I never thought I would go back and sing in church, but I did. I just put it to the side, and I was like, "Yes, Father."
Right.
So my mom could hear me in that
Arena.
setting,
Right.
and she loved it and was able to brag to her friends. So that was cool. Was that for?
That's for, yeah, that's for
Oh,
right
in my
there.
aunt's wedding. My
And
aunt's
I
wedding, and
swear,
I've done a few other weddings. I did my two of my aunt's weddings now. Both of those, I love
yeah.
weddings.
And that's the thing right there. Yeah, you're definitely good sport. You're definitely smiling. Yeah, you can tell you got good energy, good personality. I've been messing with you, so it's like, yeah, I'm glad that you put up with me. You know, I definitely enjoyed it. But the thing is like just from looking at the music, and sometimes when we follow people online, it's like you really don't know, you don't get the full detail of a person. So it's like with this interview right here, they get to see like how much depth and layers you have to you besides just the music and just a face. They may look, okay, well, she's never been through nothing. We all go through a journey, right? So that leads us to the last and final question, right? Any moment, if you had to pick, right? Anytime throughout your life, you don't have to think about the details. You don't have to tell the people your details, right? But it's like your darkest moment, if you had to look back at your darkest moment, how did you get through it?
uh, how did I get through it? I got through it by, oh wow, not giving up. Really, that's the
Not
only
giving up.
thing. I mean,
Not giving up.
that's the only way to get through. Because any issue, it's always a start and it's always an end. There has to be an end.
Has to be an end.
Hopefully, it's not an end through death. So as long
Right.
as it's not an end through death, I can, and especially if you want to see the end, you're gonna get,
Right.
uh,
That's powerful.
it was just moving on any way possible.
And that's a powerful answer right there. Never giving up.
Yeah.
That's real right there. And that'll push you through. And again, I just want to thank you for coming up here. We're gonna play the new single right there. And we're gonna end it with that one. But I want to tell you before we go, I salute you for everything that you're doing, for being respectable, staying true to your sound, right? Not following the crowd. Because like right now, we already know it's like everything is cookie cutter. Everybody's doing the same. Everybody has the same sound. There's no originality.
Mm-hmm.
You have an original sound. I appreciate you sharing your story because it shows us a different side where it's like you're into the healing. You're into, like you said, being good energy, transferring that outside of music
Mm-hmm.
in your lyrics, right? You're listening to the music, you're translating that, you hear the music, you're hearing the words, and now you're bringing that out to the people and you're putting out quality music. So it's like we heard the Caught Up where it's like a relationship song that anybody can relate to. In the industry that we live in now, we don't have that soul anymore. And it's like I believe that's one of the things that we missing in the R&B game right now. It's like people that really that soul, like singing from the heart. Where it's like, people talked about the signs of the times or what was going on. But I believe as long as you're true to your heart, that's music. That's art. It's like being true to yourself, not trying to conform to what's popular.
Exactly.
And it's like, and you're doing that. You're creative. I can tell that you're definitely serious about your arts. And I know that you're going to be successful with the same thing that you said they got you through your dark moments if you don't give up.
I know. That's it. It's all it is. Just don't give up. Ooh.
Don't give up. So it's like, I know you're going to do big things. I'm definitely rooting for you. I'm definitely a fan of you. And I salute you and Ken. And I'm looking forward to that project and to see where y'all go with that and to watch your career continue to evolve, because I know, like you said, it's like I'm putting out singles and it's like we touching different sounds. So it's like, and the thing is, it's like, yo, you have a niche in all of them. So it's like we may not get the rapping, but we know we're going to get music with some substance and it's going to be good. So whatever lane you choose, I want to salute you here at The Proof. And I want to tell you, keep going, don't stop, and keep pushing. And it's like, I know it's only up from here. And I thank you for coming up here. So I'm going to have you introduce the greatest glow up. I think you already gave your shout outs already. So we're going to do that. We're going to have you introduce it. And then I have you sign us out from here. So for the people that watched the live, we thank y'all for checking in. If you've seen us on the playback, definitely be sure to check her out. The greatest glow up out right now on all platforms. Let me get a social media again. It's A_Starr_forever. Be sure to follow her on all social media platforms. Be sure to check her music out. Is it the same as Starr B on YouTube, correct?
Yes.
Two R's. STARRB. Right. And y'all follow on YouTube, follow on all streaming music platforms again. Yo, this is Starr B in the building, all the way from Maryland. She representing Baltimore tonight by way of PG County.
Yes.
Yo, salute to the DMV. So I have you introduce that and we're going to be up out of here.
Yeah, so y'all are about to hear Greatest Glow Up by your girl Starr B. That is me. And thank you all for tuning in to The Proof. Like, let's just let it go out with a hit, y'all. Starr B, Greatest Glow Up.
I salute y'all. Thank you again. All right.
Thank you.
Must not be listening, deaf, dumb, and ignorant. You must confuse me for a codependent. I cannot lead you to think that I need you. Can't trust these niggas, can't trust these bitches. I don't know why you think you're any different. I can't trust if what we got is love. Mixed signals. Why you keep using these symbols with me? I feel so uninspired. Let's discuss this before I grow tired and leave. Keep it a stack, keep it real. I don't wanna play the guessing game. We just go back and forth, argue about everything. Don't you think I'm tired of fighting for your love? Baby, this is not a wrestling ring. Rejoice for what you have, cause if I leave, this gon' be the greatest glow up ever. Throw on the red bottoms and the freakum dress. I just want the sex, I don't want the stress. I just want the neck, I don't know what's next. I built walls of respect that you can't overstep. Now I overstand. Love like this, you gon' be lonely as an older man. Must not be listening, deaf, dumb, and ignorant. You must confuse me for a codependent. I cannot lead you to think that I need you. Can't trust these niggas, can't trust these bitches. I don't know why you think you're any different. I can't trust if what we got is love. You send mixed signals. Why you keep using these symbols with me? I feel so uninspired. Let's discuss this before I grow tired and leave. Keep it a stack, keep it real. I don't wanna play the guessing game. We just go back and forth, argue about everything. Don't you think I'm tired of fighting for your love? Baby, this is not a wrestling ring. Rejoice for what you have, cause if I leave, this gon' be the greatest glow up ever. Throw on the red bottoms and the freakum dress. I just want the sex, I don't want the stress. I just want the neck, I don't know what's next. I built walls of respect that you can't overstep. Now I overstand. Love like this, you gon' be lonely as an older man. You kept your feelings for me hidden like your poker hand. Then you threw dirt up on my name with the overhand. So now I'm on the road again. Top down, the breeze blows my interwoven strand. I wrote about all the shit that we would undergo firsthand. And now the way I feel for you is I don't know again. So now I'm on the road again. Top down, the breeze blows my interwoven strands. I wrote about all the shit that we would undergo firsthand. And now the way I feel for you is I don't know again. You send mixed signals. Why Why you keep using these symbols with me? I feel so uninspired. Let's discuss this before I grow tired and leave. Keep it a stack, keep it real.